We are all Adam Adli. When student activist Adam Adli was arrested, charged with sedition, chucked out of the university, in fact, first suspended and then expelled, over 50,000 Malaysians, in fact, went to the Facebook page We Are All Adam Adli and supported it. Adam, as a student activist, what do you think are the three main issues that's a problem that's critical in Malaysia?
To answer your question, I would say there are three issues, very important issues. The first one would be the identity, the national identity. What are we? Who are we? I mean, sometimes we tend to think that we are Malay, sometimes we tend to think that we are Malaysian, sometimes we tend to think that we are Chinese or Indian, but then we go back to being Malaysian again. So how do you define Malaysian? Because it's very important for us to identify what it means to be being Rakyat Malaysia, the people of Malaysia. That's the first thing, the identity. The second one would be corruption. I think this is pretty obvious. I mean, it's the root of all evil, is the mother of all evil. Everything that is happening in this country, say the current situation with the 2.6 million IMDb
well, billion.
Billion, sorry, yes, exactly. Billion. Why am I thinking? Billion. So we are looking at corruption at the finest level. Yeah. And the third one would be, I would call it the bonsaification of people who think that the government knows everything. You know the bonsai tree where the owner of the tree will restrict the tree, will never allow the tree to grow bigger every day.
But keep cutting it and cutting
yes,
it and
exactly.
shaping
so
it and
shaping it because they think that this is the ideal size of my preferred tree.
But from your youth perspective, as a young man, you know, as a young Malaysian, what do you think we need to do to make it a better Malaysia for younger people, especially students?
Especially students. Good. We are talking about the country itself in a bigger picture. Whenever we talk about the students, we have to look at the university. But what people don't understand is that you cannot have a good university in a corrupt country. You can never be able to get good students from.
But they produced you and all your friends.
I was expelled at the end.
That's true. You were expelled.
They
Yes.
didn't want me anyway. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that every day we always encourage. I mean, the standard propaganda would be, oh, we are the best. We want to raise more people that will be seen as the high class. I mean, the first world-minded citizen and all these sort of dreams, Malaysian dreams. But let's be honest with ourselves. Can Harvard or can Oxford, can Cambridge, can all these kind of universities that we always look up to, can they actually become what they are if their country is not what their country is?
But what would, aside from corruption, wouldn't you also say that the freedom of expression, freedom of movement, and I believe that I remember you in 2012 you sent a memorandum, a 6-point agenda on academic freedom, and then got duly arrested after that. So
when in 2011 to 2012, when we started the movement to call for the abolishment of UCA, University and University College Act, we believe that the law that was used to the law imposed on students and university restrict the university and the students to act accordingly. I mean, for them to be what they meant.
They cannot
to be.
assemble.
They cannot assemble. They cannot have even student union. Come on, and then you start talking and you start disallowing students from entering politics and all. You at first you disallow them. You deny their rights to have their own platform, a students' union, a working platform. And then when they try to reach out to get some help from other sources like political parties, and now you are stopping them as well. And when they want to say something on their own without having to align themselves with any political movement, say they write a letter, they write an article in the newspaper, they still get expelled.
No thinking allowed.
Yes, no thinking allowed. There's nothing allowed in the university. So,
what do you think Malaysians can do about all of this? I mean, if you were to say, look, Adam, I'm going to tell me 3 things that I can do.
I do not need 3 wishes. I only gonna need
One wish.
One wish.
Or one
Just
action, yes.
Please, I mean, just get rid of this government, and we
Ousted,
really
yeah.
need a new system. We really need new people. We really need a real leader. We do not need some clowns to be up there and rule us.
Thank you, Adam. And I think, you know, you're quite idealistic, but also very practical. And I've seen you in action, and, you know, good luck.
Thank
You are a
you.
brave student activist. And, you know, all over the world, student activism has brought about a lot of change. I too believe that the student movement in this country, the young people's movement in this country, is going to bring change to Malaysia.